I built this entire construction company site in Astro in 4 days. And in this video, I'm going to show you how I did it and what I'll do differently. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is why I picked this construction website template. I basically picked it up because it's a niche that is honestly undeserved. And if you go and look at real construction website right now, so I had one open, so I search for construction website, and if I click on this second one, for instance, you'll see that it's still the old generic design where there's always a video at the hero section, which is not a bad thing though, but you are not going to see any call to action. So for this one now, their logo is even not contrasting well, and thereafter we just have like a text right here. There's literally no cta, and the menu, there's nothing basically to click, so I have to like click on this, then I have to now manually search for contact us. So this is just the hero section. I don't want to start going through each section right here. And if we go back, let me go back and search for one more. Let me just pick this one because I had it open before. So you can see for something like this, it's still the video as the background, then just the text right here, and there's still no CTA. So it will be hard for people to know the right thing to do. So if there was a call to action button here and another call to action button here, it could have increased their leads more because people would be attempting to click. And for construction websites like this, people don't really care too much on how your website should look. Now, I'm not saying your website should look ugly, but because the essence of it is that they want to take action as quick as possible. So this was what I noticed, and it's just basically a generic design all across board, which then actually makes this a good template to have ready. Because if you are a freelancer or you are running an agency like me, this is exactly the kind of client that shows up needing a fast website or even a rebuild of their website. So the next thing I want to talk about is the build process and why I used Astro specifically. For one, I'm an Astro fanboy. I use Astro a lot for 90% of my projects. And if you are subscribed to my channel, you know that I have a couple of videos about Astro and Sanity. So Astro is my go-to when it comes to marketing sites or sites that have to do with a lot of content. So Astro is fast to build with, it's fast to load, and there's basically no JavaScript bloat weighing the site down by default. So for a template site like this, it actually matters because when somebody purchase your templates, making the template to load fast for the clients they want to use it for. Because like I said, Astro handles that like a breeze. So I'm going to show you the lighthouse speed before we end this video. So make sure you stay true to that part and don't miss that because the score is actually going to surprise you. All right, now let's go through the entire site, and I'm not going to talk about all the sections. If you want that, the link right here, this is the link right here, you can just go through it and see it for yourself. But I'm going to talk about some sections. So the first section we're going to talk about is the hero section, and this is how it is. We have a big copy that says build, which can be edited to anything. I just wrote build because this is build core, so I just wrote build. And we have like a little text right here that says we build structure you can trust, and a CTA to view projects. So I already have a get a free quote CTA right here, but there's no need to add like a book now button. It's just going to contradict themselves because it's the same purpose. So view our project actually matters more because when somebody comes to your website and the first button they see is to view the project, it gives them that assurance that okay, these people have projects they've done, or these people knows their onions. So do people still use that word onions? I'm not sure about that. Let me know in the comments. All right, so we have this sticker section right here that just basically drops some little notes about what the construction site offers. Then after that, we have the services section. So basically, the services sections is really straightforward, and you can see they are into cards. I have about four right here. So if I hover on them, you would see the actual image. Then if I click on them, it's going to take you to a details page of that particular service, and you can see is it for anyone building a home and stuff like that. And again, there's a button here to get a quote, which I'm going to look into in a minute, and more information about that particular service. So if I go back like this, it's going to take me to the services page, which is intended for you to go through each services like so. And if I want to go back to the home page, I just have to click on the home right here, and I'm back here. So the next section we're going to talk about is let me just go through the work section. So the work section is this one right here. So if I scooch to the left, you can see, and again I can click on one. It's going to take me to a details page about that project and the challenge, what they did, and if they want a project like this, they can just start, and it's going to take the person to the same page as this get a free quote, just that the text changes right here. And again, not many template does this. They'll just give you an option. Let me go back to the home right here. You just see only the projects right here. So there's really no details about that project. And for construction sites, the details of the project actually matters for better case study. And like I said, I'm not going to go through each section right here. So, but there's a how we work section that if you're scrolling, you're going to see the different steps like so. And let me just quickly go to the mobile responsiveness, and you can see that everything looks really, really nice. So if I click on this, you'll see the get a free code button right here, and you can see this nice text, and everything works nice and dandy. So I can close this back, and let's go through the get a free code. So if you click on the get a free code button like so, you see this section right here that asks for your name, address, phone number, what services they need, and more information. So I'll quickly fill this because again it's working. So if I just enter dummy data like this and I submit and say request my free code, you will see that the message went through and we'll be in touch. And again, I use my mail, which I'm going to show you in a minute. All right, here's the mail. It says Build Core website. This is actually my agency mail, Web Creative. But this is what we just entered. As you can see, the time is what 9:09, and this came in 9:08, which was 3 minutes ago. And these are all the information. So once somebody submits their details of what they want, you're going to get it via your mail, which you can just pick up the entire process from there. So right now, this is the Astro version. There's no CMS. I'm just using Astro content collections. And I forgot to mention this. There's also a blog section. So let me just show you guys that. We also have a blog section right here. It's like an inside section, but it's a blog section. So everything is just Astro content collections. So if enough of you want a version where a client can edit their content without touching code, I'll build that next. But just let me know in the comment section if that's something you would actually use. All right, so I said I was going to show you guys the page speed. So let me just quickly copy the link like so and paste it here like so, and click on analyze. All right, so we can see that our performance is 100/100, accessibility is 96. As I yesterday when I tested it out, everything was 100 across board, but this is fine. So best practices is 100, SEO is 100, and agentic browsing is a 2/2. So basically, the agentic browsing lets the AI to easily crawl through your website and basically just shows people or tell people about your site, and everything is a 2/2. So let's check for the mobile. So mobile now the performance is 94, which is not bad. Accessibility is 100, best practices is 100, then SEO is 100. I think if I refresh this like 2 times or 3 times, this is going to be 100. So you can see that we have better page speed insight from this. And this is really, really essential because again, for construction site like this, it has to do with a lot of content. And the only framework that handles this very well is Astro. Alright guys, so if you want this template for yourself or for a client, Build Core is on my template store. So it's a new one right here, and it's going for 140 bucks. The link will be the first thing in the description, and it's also going to be a pinned comment as well. So you can basically just go through it, click through it, and see the technology that was used, and you can even go through the live preview yourself and get more details about it. So I'll go back like so. And if you don't want this and need something else for another niche, you can go through some of the templates we have right here. And so far I have just about 7. I plan on adding more. So by the time you are watching this video, you would have seen a plethora of more templates as well. And if the template you want is not right here, you can just basically scooch down and send us your idea or your niche, and we are going to build that and add that for you to purchase and use for your own personal project or for your own client projects. All right, guys, so that's the side of the video. If you enjoyed the video, do wait to leave a like, subscribe, and I discovered that most of you are not subscribed to my channel. Please hit the subscribe button and share the video. And if you want to see how I pay Astro with a CMS like Sanity for a bigger project, that video is showing up right now.